Hello, my front porch art friends, and welcome back to our lesson on the Story Quilt watercolor project. And the first thing I want you to do is make sure you're working on a surface you can get wet. Then pull out your watercolor paints. Get a little paper towel to dry your brush on, and then you'll need some clean water. And of course, you'll need your quilts. So yours came in a sheet like this. It was put together, and I went ahead and cut them all out individually. So go ahead and maybe pause the video and take a minute to do that. And if you're working with other family members, have everyone cut out their own square. And then when you've all done that, come on back and we'll get to work watercoloring. Okay, so let's have everyone work on their own square. I'm going to move the black paper out of the way for now. And I'm going to pull out a square. And when you have a minute, read the little insert that came with your kit too about how back many years ago families made quilts together and each square told a story. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make a little square. Maybe yours will tell a story, something special about you, and then we're going to put them all back together to make a quilt. First thing I want you to do is go ahead and get your brush and go ahead and just kind of paint over the square a little bit with water just to get that water. This is special watercolor paper, so it can take water, but again, I still just like to lightly wash it on, not put it on too heavy. Just kind of do the whole thing. Since it's a little square, you can do that. And we can go back and add more water if we need to. Now, this square is all about you, so maybe you want to pick your favorite colors. And go ahead and start filling in your quilt square. And I like blue, so I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of blue here. And if you need more water before you put it in the paint, go ahead and get your water. And then just kind of slowly having fun. Try to color in within the lines. See down here, my water has dried a little bit, so it's darker. So if I want to re-wet that, I can. Go back in and get my paint. And I'm just doing the outside edge blue. Again, this is your square, so you paint whatever color you like on there. And I think next I'm going to dry my brush off a little bit between my colors. Another color I like is orange. So I'm going to go ahead and do the next part orange. Remember, if you don't add a lot of water, you get a darker color. So maybe I want to do the inside a little bit darker. And when you want to make a lighter color, you go ahead and you add a little more water. It's just fun to play with watercolor paints and see how they react with the water on the paper. And it looks neat when you get these different darks and lights. Okay. And maybe in the middle, I think I'm going to do yellow. Okay, I like that. I did blue, orange, and a yellow center. And remember, if you're doing this with family members, you could end up with 6 different quilt squares. Or let's just say you're doing this with another person, you could each do 3. Or if you're doing this with 3 people, you could each do 2. But the point is to do all 6 squares and then let them dry for a minute. And then when they're done drying, you're going to use the black piece of cardstock that came with your kit, and you're going to put them together like a quilt, kind of right next to each other. Place all 6 on the paper like that. Kind of position them before you start gluing them. And then get out your glue stick. And go ahead and just, I like to glue on the separate mat that I was painting on, not on the black paper, because I don't want to get glue all over it. And then I like to glue just around the edges. You don't need a lot of glue. You put some in the middle if you want to. And then glue down your quilt square. Just kind of give it a little rub around the edges. Just like that. And then when you have them all on there, I'm going to flip this over. It's going to look something like this. Because everyone's is going to be different, right? When each person does their own, you're going to have 6 different unique squares, like a real quilt. And then what I was suggesting you could do is go back maybe in the middle and put something that you like. I put a heart in one, but you could put, you could take your markers and let's see, maybe you want to draw a ball. Maybe you like baseball or basketball. Maybe you want to draw a ball in the middle because you like a sport. Or maybe you want to draw a flower. Maybe you like flowers. So you could draw a little flower in the middle. But you get the idea. And you can go around and decorate with markers in different parts of the quilt too. And then when you're done, you guys will have a nice family quilt that you worked on together, and you can hang it up somewhere in your house. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoy making the family quilt together as a family. Thanks for watching.